Good afternoon, dear colleague. My name is Gozhyj Aleksandr. I am professor Intelligent Department, Petromogila Black Sea National University. The topic of my presentation: an approach to converting forecast when solving machine learning problems. Today, forecasting is a powerful tool for predicting resource and resource demand management. A number of companies, Zuha, Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, and many others use the forecasting to predict future economic indicators and identify hidden trends in data to develop strategies for future activities. Recently, machine learning methods have been used to solve forecasting problem. Forecasting based of machine learning method allows you to comprehensively take into account the future of dynamic process that are reflected in the time series, on the basis of which the forecast will be built. Forecasting based on time series is important for various fields of activity, such as medicine, economics, industry, energy, etc. The complexity of this problem is increased by the presence of non-linearity and non-stationarity in real data, as well as various types of uncertainty, such as statistical, structural, and parametric uncertainties. The problems are solved based on systematic approach to modeling and forecasting processes. Important features of the system approach are comprehensive consideration of futures and uncertainties at each stage of solving the problem. But the in approach alt how it takes place from the point of view of methodology does not always provide its necessary forecast accuracy. To increase the accuracy of forecast value, various methods and approach are used. Of the effective approach to improving the quality of forecast in time series is the use of method in combining forecast value. Uh, Problem statement. To investigate the features of the forecast combination process, to development and approach for solving time series forecasting problem based on combinant forecast, to experimentally confirm the effectiveness of forecast combination method for solving machine learning problems. In next slide, you see stage of solving forecast problems. To solve the problems of time series forecast based of machine learning method, a structure generation sequence diagram of the stage was development. The schema is presented as a sequence of the following stage: data collection, analysis, and preliminary data preparation, modeling, forecasting and determining the quality of forecast, and improving the efficiency of models. At the first stage, the input data set is collected and preliminary analyzed. The result of the first stage is a data set ready for future processing. The second stage is designed to eliminate statistical uncertainty in the data. At this page, missing value for individual futures and observation are identified and processed. Anomalous value and noise are identified. Data correlation analysis is performed. The third stage, modeling stage, is designed to consistently eliminate structure and parameter uncertainties. The fourth stage is the stage of building forecast and assessing their quality. In this case, a system of quality indicators, metrics, is used. The fifth stage is designed to improve the efficiency of basic forecasting models. The following approach are used for this: changing the model structure, selecting model specification, refining the model topology using additional algorithms, ensemble approach, and using various methods of combining forecast value and stage visualization. Visualization helps to adjust the sequence of action of each stage and quickly identify possible shortcomings. Uh, an approach to forecasting based on combined forecast. The approach to modeling and forecast based of combination method with the development of the basing of a systematic approach to the modeling process includes the following basic computation process, a procedure for analysis and pre-processing the data set, a procedure for dividing the data set into separate sampling, training, validation, and testing, a modeling and forecasting procedure, a procedure for assessing the quality of modeling and forecasting result, a procedure for combined forecast using different methods. The result of the presented procedure is a forecast value for the design horizon value, which has better accuracy and is determined by the analyst of the decision maker. The structure diagram of the approach to forecasting based on combined forecast is presented in figure 2. In next slide, present the structure schema of the forecasting approach based of combined forecast. Uh, you see data analysis and preprocessing stage, data distribution stage, modeling and forecasting big stage, and evaluation modeling and forecasting result, determinant the weighting factor of individual models, and combined forecast and final forecast. Experimental part. Dataset for combined forecasting studies reflect information of electricity demand in Ukraine from 2019 to 2024. It contains hourly data on electricity purchase and sale volume as well as demand for in megawatt in the Ukraine electricity grid and the price of electricity starting from 1st July 2019. The dataset has over 17,000 observations, each of which in characterized by 10 variables. Almost then the date string and the whole represented by an integer which were converted to time data format. In next slide you will see a fragment of time series this data set. In next slide you see presented selection of basic forecasting models. First, it's generalized additive model, the first among the basic predictive models to describe the process under study in the generalized additive model. Five alternative models were considered to select the best model parameters. Analysis of the quality metric of the predictive value of the test sample showed that the best quality is model number 2 with the largest number to trends model. You see table 1 result for checking the accuracy of generative additive model on the test data sample. Next model is exponential motion model. The taking into account additional components of the time series, trend, seasonality in the model structure made it possible to consider four alternative types of exponential motion model. Table 2 summarizes the result of forecast quality assessment for different ATS models. The best forecast quality assessment were received by model number 4, the Holt Winters model with additive errors. You see table 2, the results of checking the accuracy for exponential motion model on the task data sample. In next model, it's ARIMA model. Varying the value of the model parameters made it possible to obtain 5 alternative types of ARIMA models. Table 3 shows the quality metrics of the forecast for the model. The best quality indicators are given by model number 4. In table 3, a result of checking the accuracy of ARIMA models of the test data sample. Next model is neural networks models. The models parameter allow all use to set the number to inputs of the non-seasonal and seasonal components of the model. To will obtain for alternative neural network auto-regression model. The result forecast for the models are average of the forecast value of several models. Increasing the parameter value leads to a significant increase in the model training time. Table 4 presents the result of the quality assessment of the forecast obtained of the test data. The test best values for all quality metrics were demonstrated by model number 4. You see a result of checking the accuracy on neural network models on the test data sample in table 4. And combining forecast. Based on the analysis of the forecast value obtained using the best baseline models, it's obvious that the model takes into account the future of the dynamics process under study. Therefore, to increase the accuracy of the forecast, the approach of combining forecast value was used. In graph present the actual electricity demand value for forecast using the best forecast model and result combining forecast. 7 different forecast combination methods were selected and implemented in the work. The simple averaging method, the median method, the minimum variance method, the method based on the regression model with coefficient filtered by the least square method. The method based on the regression model with the coefficient fitted by the least absolute deviation method. The inverse rank method and the combination of multiple regression model. Table 5 presents a corporation of the indicator for 3 forecast quality metrics for L forecast combination method. The best quality value we show by models based on method number 1 and number 6 with a simple averaging method and the inverse rank method. The best quality model based on the simple averaging method is presented in figure 9 against the background of forecast obtaining the best basic forecast model. Conclusion. The solved the forecast problem forecast combination method were used to obtain combined forecast based on the forecast of the best models. Among the combination method, the simple averaging method has highest accuracy. The proposed approach is effective for obtaining point forecasting on time series. Thank you for your attention. Questions, please.